Hello and welcome back to Ingnomia. So, you may remember this map from the last video, and you might also remember at the end of the last video that we had quite a few deaths in here. So we got a couple of deaths here, and 3 more dead gnomes here, and then 1 more dead gnome down in the mines, which are about, well, I think that halved our gnome population. And the big issue was the fact that I couldn't keep up the production of wine and other drinks, so I was going to try to change my supply of drinks and see if I can sort that issue out for this video. The problem is that probably due to some updates that have come since the last video, there aren't any more fruit around here. So if you take a look at the distillery, there is no fruit to craft wine from, neither regular wine or strawberry wine or anything else. And if you take a look down here at the beer, there is no grain either. And this is, I think, because of some of the updates which I may have broken a few things in older save files. So take a look at what is growing in the wheat fields. We have wheat mushroom instead of grain, so we can't make beer. Instead of fruits, like for example oranges, we have orange cheese, and we can't make drinks out of orange cheese, unfortunately. And since that old world was pretty much screwed over, I decided to start a new one instead and develop that a little bit. So even though it says year 2 up here, this is actually the first winter in this particular world. And I built out a small settlement here with a couple of pastures for goats and cows, and also built a sort of stone wall around the perimeter here, even though I don't really need that. There aren't any enemies in the game as of yet, but I thought it would be nice to have a wall around. So I built out some basic workshops out here. So a tailor, a loom, bone carver, and all the necessary stuff. Then on the floor down here I got a kitchen and a food storage over here, a dormitory and a dining hall over here. So the main challenge in the previous world was getting enough drinks, and I decided to see if I could solve that problem in this particular world. So I have designated a brewer as a new profession, and our designated brewer is Doohickey, who well, I think can do some cooking as well, but he has brewing as his main profession, and that certainly helped me get a lot more drinks, particularly wine brewed. But it's still a problem in the winter because I am quite short on both foods and drinks here. So if I have a look here, I think, yeah, I exhausted all my supplies of apples, oranges and strawberries. Also, I don't think I have any grain left either. No grain. And also no meat at the moment, though I might be able to butcher. Well, I guess I could butcher one of the male goats, although they are children still. Well, I would like... yeah, I think both of those male goats that are listed down here are still too young to be worth butchering, so I'll have to wait on that. So I pretty much only got milk to supply me with both drinks and with food, because I can still make cheese out of the milk. So I'll have a look at how much milk I have at the moment. Yeah, it's not a lot, but it is trickling in steadily. So well, let's just make 1 cheese there. And one thing that really helps with supplying me with both food and drinks is the fact that now goats can also produce milk, and they couldn't in the previous patch that I played on, so that definitely helps. So you got a lot of cows and goats here, and I think that should be enough to last me through the winter, although it's just barely. In this settlement I've also built a small dormitory here with just 2 beds at the moment, but I am planning to expand that. But at least they have some decent sleeping quarters now, and that should hopefully help with energy regeneration, if that is a feature that has been implemented. And not sure how much cotton I have at the moment. Not that much, but I should be able to make a couple more beds because I already have this mattress here. So I just need our tailor to get on that and make the last mattress, so the carpenter can make the bed, and we should be able to get 2 more beds that I can put in the dormitory. And that is probably all I can do for now. Also got the stone carver over here, and there are troughs. Not sure if, well, I guess I could make a couple of those. I'm not sure if animals actually consume any grain or straw at the moment, but it doesn't hurt to make them, I guess. So maybe a couple of pillars as well. These are just decorative, but I can make 4 pillars, I guess. Also want to build a few things out in the dining room down here. So I think I have, I got a couple of chairs up here. And I think I should have a couple of tables on the way too. So, oh yeah, forgot to press the craft 2 button. Okay, so that's why I don't have those tables yet, but they should be made soon. So, got a hungry gnome over here. Not much. Oh, there we go. Now it's spring, so well, there isn't any food that appears out here immediately, but things should start growing soon. Another thing where Ingnomia differs from Gnomoria is that all fruits and plants and all that instantly die off once the season turns to winter. Whereas I believe in Gnomoria, although the apples and oranges and so on didn't grow, you could still harvest them. Now the good thing is that I did survive through winter, so it does seem like this settlement is sustainable. Although it was just barely, and we still have hungry gnomes all over the place. I really need to feed them. So I'm going to expand some of the farms, or designate a few more farms over here. Maybe even dedicate more space to farming around here, so that I can store up more supplies for the next winter. So we got a weed growing on over here. Also going to have carrots growing there. This is the strawberry farm. Here is the cotton farm, and then finally we have some more wheat growing over there. And the pastures, well, there is room for 32 goats there and 16 cows there, so I don't think I have to expand the pastures just yet. There's plenty of room for expansion of the herds, so that shouldn't be a problem. Also got a couple more beds now that is waiting to be put up. I got one finished bed here, and should have another one quite soon. Looking at some of the trees over here, it doesn't look like there are any fruits that have grown back just yet. So I'm gonna keep an eye on that. I want to harvest that fruit immediately because I really need to craft both wine and have fruit as a food source. Another thing that was implemented in the latest patch, or I think re-implemented actually, is water. So if we have a look over here, all the way down here, we got some water along the edge of the map here. I don't think you can, well, I haven't seen any well or anything like that just yet. Oh, look at this. Beetles. And there are quite a few of them as well. I'm not sure if they can attack, but that is actually a bit scary. It's got beetle eggs and looks like they form sort of a colony over here. Beetles were definitely scary animals in Gnomoria. I hope they just stick to themselves over here. And I think that's the first time I've seen beetles in Ingnomia. One of the good things about Ingnomia, I think, is that there are a lot of animals actually, and that is going to be interesting building around that. You know, there are ducks and rabbits, honey badgers, yaks, sheep, etc. Of course, I got my goats and cows over here, which are probably the most useful animals at the moment, given that they produce milk, both of them. And that will be it for this video of Ingnomia. So I just wanted to show a couple of features that has been implemented since the last video I posted, and I also wanted to show a settlement that has been developed a little bit more on the settlement side I've been playing and building out in the previous videos. I'll make sure to post more videos of Ingnomia in the future whenever there are new updates or something else that I want to show, so I hope to see you around for that.